So good evening, good evening, good evening. We are back again. 2 transfer updates today. This one is going to be about Eddie Nketiah. Oh dear, it looks like he's going to be here for another 5 years, people. Brace yourselves for Eddie propaganda from the super fans and the top gooners in the fan base, all vying for the #1 spot of the best Arsenal fan in the world. You muppets. But before we get into talking about him, big up to all of you lot. Big up for 70k subs. We're nearly on 70.1 as I record this at currently 2:45 in the afternoon. I'm going to record these videos and I am heading down to the pool, people. I need to top up my tan. I need to unwind. Busy morning this morning, and it's time to chill out. So yeah, big up to all of you lot. Big up to everyone who sticks a thumbs up on the video. Let's hit 1,000 likes on this video, people. Make sure you like the video if you are watching it. Make sure you share the content around as well. A massive big up to everybody who puts the comments in and everyone who puts a donation in as well. You lot have been firing donations in. So big up to each and every one of you that has done that. I'll try and reply to every single person that puts a donation in, I'll reply to. Replying to everyone is a full-time job. Maybe I need a PA. Maybe I could get Don Edu to be my PA and get back on the jet skis and go and chase him around southern Spain, try and find him. But anyway, less of the BS. We're going to talk about Eddie Nketiah. It does look like he's staying. Arsenal have put out the FC Nuremberg versus Arsenal post on their Instagram for the 8th of July, 4:30 kickoff in the Max Morlock Stadion in Germany, I'd imagine that is. But yes, Eddie Nketiah is in the propaganda. He is in the poster. He is in all of the build-up for this Nuremberg game. He is in it. He has been pictured in the new shirt. Obviously, we wore that against Everton. They've taken the picture from that game, and they've put him on the poster for this trip, which has sparked a lot of rumours going around that the deal's done. He's in the poster. Martin Odegaard's in there. I didn't realise until a minute ago that Martin Odegaard actually came second in our player of the season. Just goes to show that this fan base ain't got a Scooby what they're talking about. And Aaron Ramsdale came third. Not quite sure how Ramsdale didn't win it, but good luck to Bukayo Saka. 2 years in a row, well done. And Martin Odegaard. That is why we will never move forward as a football club, by the way, because we've got fans that rate that guy so highly that he is so good. Oh, he was our second best player of the season. He actually wasn't, though, was he? Let's be real. Aaron Ramsdale, absolutely superb. And Martin Odegaard finished with 7 goals, 5 assists. Hardly ripping up trees, is he? And oh yes, he's on Gibraltar Rock. Gibraltar guard, I can see him. He's dangling from the rock. He's dodging the Gibraltar monkeys that are trying to steal his sandwiches out of his backpack as we speak. Anyway, Eddie Nketiah has been featured in this, and it has sparked a lot of rumours that the deal is done. Now, listen, just because he's been put into this this poster doesn't mean that he's still going to be here. You know, we've seen many times players featuring kit launches and all the prop and all the merch and all the stuff that gets peddled out to us as fans. We've seen a lot of players before feature on posters and stuff like that and on Insta posts and etc., and then not be here. In this case, I do think he will be here. You know, there's been so many rumours that have come out around Arsenal linked to players, strikers, etc., but they've never mentioned, any of these articles that I've read have never mentioned Eddie Nketiah leaving. Now, whilst most of these articles do chat absolute rubbish, and that's why we're here to dissect it and give my own opinion. So before you lot start crying about the story or stories that I put out there, this is only my opinion based on what I've read and what I'm seeing. It's not actually nailed on he's definitely staying or he's definitely going when I say it about a player. Just because they're linked to a club doesn't mean that it's going to happen. It just means I'm reporting on it and giving you my thoughts. So stop crying because nobody cares. But I do think Eddie Nketiah will stay. I do think that we're going to give him 100 grand a week. And I do think that we are actually only going to go out and sign one striker this summer, which is probably going to be Jesus. But having said that, my next video later tonight, 11 o'clock tonight, UK time, we'll be talking about Gabriel Jesus. His agent's spoken. come and check that out a little bit later. His agent spoke and he said we've had contact, principal agreed, blah blah blah, but deal in principle, etc., etc. But there is multiple other clubs. There was reports going around yesterday that the price has dropped, so I'm going to cover all of that in the next video. 11 o'clock, notifications on people. But if we keep Eddie Nketiah, I'm not going to be happy. I can't lie, because this guy is just not good enough for Arsenal. I think we've, I think as a fan base, we've got carried away with the fact that he scored 2 against Chelsea, and that was, oh, it's amazing, it's a miracle. Oh my God, call me if you need a brace at the bridge. And everyone's got a little bit hyped over that. He then scored 2 against Leeds, and again, everyone got hyped over it. Now, you know, people have been sitting there working out the minutes per goal, the appearances, working out how many shots he's had, how many. Who cares? The guy is not good enough to lead Arsenal towards a title charge. Now, I don't care who we bring in. This guy is not fit enough for Arsenal. He's not good enough for Arsenal. He's not technically good enough. He's not physically strong enough. He doesn't score enough goals. And yes, he scores goals inside the 6-yard box, which is his forte. But we need somebody that's going to be a bully, somebody that's going to actually dominate centre backs. This guy ain't the guy, man. Yeah, he's something different, but that doesn't mean he's good enough to stay as a backup striker. And that is the whole reason, by the way, that he wanted to leave, and which is why he's run his contract down, is because he don't want to be the backup striker. He wants to play a lot of games every season. So we've got 5 more years of this. We've got 5 more years of Eddie Nketiah if he's signed, and I believe he's signed. I can't lie. I think it's done. You know, yes, like I said a minute ago, just because he's in the promotion for the Nuremberg game doesn't mean he's staying. But in this case, I do actually think he is staying. And 5 more years of Eddie Nketiah. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. I was actually at his first, or the first game that he scored against Norwich, came off the bench, and everyone was like, whoa. And then since then, ain't really happened for the fella, is it? And went on loan to Leeds, came off the bench. He was basically a bench player in the Championship. And now our fans have got so hyped that he scored a brace against Chelsea that now he is the man to lead Mikel Arteta's army forward. Yes, Mikel Arteta's Barmy army, led by Eddie Nketiah. This club's dusted. Let's be real, it is actually dusted, isn't it? But let me know what your take is on him being put in this Instagram post. Do you think he's staying? Is he worth 100 grand a week? I think I know the answer to that one, if I'm completely honest. Some clever dick would go, oh, it's because he's not got any contract left, so they'll have to give him more money. No, let him leave. Ta-ta, bye-bye. Go and play for Brighton or someone. Go and play with Danny Welbeck. Because they both couldn't finish a wank, let's be real. They're not great, are they? But yeah, let me know your thoughts and feelings on Eddie Nketiah. I think it's a shambles. Genuinely, real talk. If he stays, don't expect us to win anything. Yeah, because the guy is not good enough to fire us into a title charge, fire us towards Europa League glory, fire us towards Cup glory. You know, we need an elite striker or somebody that's on the cusp of elite. You know, somebody that's a very good striker, somebody with good all-round attributes that can hold the ball up, can score headers, can score the tap-in, can jink round 3 or 4 and score. I know that's hard work to find, and I know it costs a lot of money, but this is why these people are getting paid an absolute fortune in the positions of power at Arsenal, to go and find the best players on the planet that want to come and play for Arsenal Football Club. And if they don't want to come, then you entice them to come. You tell them what you're going to do, what team you're going to build, how you're going to do it, and you sell them a dream. Yes, that can be very dangerous because it can go tits up, and if the dream don't come to reality, then obviously they get the ump. So why don't you just go and do, as a football club, what you smashed that beautiful stadium down for, instead of serving up Eddie Nketiah, Granit Xhaka, Mohamed El Neni? Like, turn it in. Come on. Seriously, this club's a joke, man. Absolute joke. But anyway, like I said, I will be back a little bit later on, 11 o'clock tonight. Gabriel Jesus. That's going to drag, by the way. The transfer window opens tomorrow and runs until September. And Erling Haaland has still not officially been unveiled yet. I think he's under contract until the 30th of this month. So even though the deal's done, it's arranged, it's agreed, all of that, he's not officially a Manchester United player at all until the 30th of June, when his contract expires at Borussia Dortmund. So just because he's had the photos and all of that done, just because he signed the contract, just because of all the other stuff that's gone out on Insta posts and Twitter posts, is still under contract until the 30th of June. So I don't think we're going to see any real progression on this Jesus story until then. But anyway, all have a wonderful afternoon, and I'll be back at 11. Big up to everyone who's watched. Make sure you like, make sure you share the content, whack your comments in, chuck your donations in via the thanks option. Thank you very much to everyone who does. We're out of here, people.